you have an emergency but no way to pay for it? Well, you're not alone. In fall 2022, StatsCan did a survey and found that 1 in 4 Canadians are unable to cover an unexpected expense of $500. By the end of the video, you will have information about government funding programs that can help pay for emergency expenses for low-income individuals. Stay tuned to the end of the video, and I will show you a resource guide that I created that has all the emergency programs in all of the provinces and territories in Canada. Hi, and welcome back to Ontario Without Barriers. In this video, we will discuss what is an emergency fund, what type of programs there are in Ontario to help pay for emergency expenses, such as discretionary benefits and emergency assistance. The Government of Canada describes an emergency fund as money set aside to pay for unexpected expenses. An emergency fund is vital because it can help prevent things like homelessness and food insecurities. The problem is many Canadians do not have the money to pay for emergency expenses. As mentioned earlier, as much as 25% of all Canadians do not even have a few $100s to pay for emergencies. Luckily, there are government funding to help low-income individuals pay for emergency expenses. As I mentioned earlier, most provinces and territories do have some type of emergency funding, but for the sake of this video, we are going to focus on Ontario programs. First, let's talk about emergency assistance. Emergency assistance is a program through Ontario Works that provides temporary financial assistance to Ontario residents. Ontario Works and Ontario Disability Support Program are the two main financial assistance programs that are meant for adults residing in Ontario. For this reason, they are the offices that also run the Emergency Assistance Program. On the Emergency Assistance website, it states that you may qualify if you live in Ontario, not a visitor or a tourist, are in a crisis or an emergency, and do not have enough money for things like food and housing. The amount you will receive depends on your situation, but generally it will not go over the amount a typical person will receive on Ontario Works. The program is also meant for a temporary basis, so generally does not exceed over 48 days. The program is a good fit for someone who has lost their job and is in danger of becoming homeless, or someone who is fleeing a violent situation. A link to the Emergency Assistance Program is linked in the description. Besides being an Ontario resident, the only eligibility criteria is that you are not receiving either Ontario Works or ODSP when applying for emergency assistance. And that's because those programs have their own emergency funding. Discretionary Benefits is a program that's meant to provide additional financial benefits for anything outside of the mandatory benefits. This can include health-related and non-health-related expenses, such as moving expenses, transportation, and more. On the website, it states the amount provided for discretionary benefits is determined by the administrator. Essentially, what you get approved for and how much funding you get is determined by your case coordinator. If for whatever reason your request for funding is denied, there is an appeals process that is outlined for you after your caseworker makes their decision. Some cities have actually extended discretionary benefits to include people who are outside of ODSP and Ontario Works. For instance, in London, Ontario, people can apply for discretionary benefits if you are using WSIB, EI, or CPP. The application is under Discretionary Benefits Non-Social Assistant Recipients. It's best to speak to your local municipality to see if discretionary benefits is applicable to you. A link to the full Discretionary Benefits program is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and as promised, if you are somebody who lives outside of Ontario, then I have created a helpful guide to all the emergency assistance programs in every province and territory. As mentioned before, most provinces and territories do have emergency financial assistance, and I've spent days researching all of these programs in order to create this PDF where you can find the information in your area. The best part of the PDF is that it's completely free, and you can find it in the ebook section of my website titled Resource Guide Emergency Financial Assistance in Canada 2024. The PDF not only has information about emergency assistance, but also has information about natural disaster emergency assistance, that may have happened to either your home or place of business and is not covered by usual insurance. If you would like information on other government financial resources, check out my other ebooks in the ebook section of my website. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comment section if you found this video helpful, if you have any questions about emergency funds, the Emergency Assistance Program, or any of the other programs discussed in the video. Don't forget to share, comment, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you next week. For information about all the programs discussed, please check out my website, Ontario Without Barriers, located in the description. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications. Tune in next week where we will discuss other resources for adults with physical disabilities.